Many people believe that quitting is a sign of weakness. From childhood, we are taught to persevere no matter what. But what if persistence without reflection actually holds us back? What if knowing when to walk away is one of the most important decision skills we can have? Annie Duke argues that quitting is not failure. It is a strategy. Most of us quit too late, not too early. We overvalue grit and underestimate uncertainty. We ignore the hidden cost of sticking with the wrong thing, and we keep going because we feel we already invested too much. This is known as the sunk cost fallacy. We treat past investment as a valid reason to continue even when evidence shows it is time to stop. Quitting matters because life is full of choices. We invest time, money, energy, and emotion into projects, relationships, and careers. When these investments no longer serve us, we often keep going because we fear loss and unknown outcomes. The fear of failure keeps us from seeing that quitting creates space for new opportunities and growth. A key idea is expected value thinking. This means evaluating decisions based on probable outcomes rather than just emotional attachment. Instead of asking how much we have already invested, we should ask what we are likely to gain or lose from continuing. If the expected value of continuing is lower than the expected value of quitting, then quitting is the rational choice. Duke explains that certain cognitive biases work against good quitting behavior. These include escalation commitment, the desire for certainty, and the bias toward the status quo. We resist quitting because we want clear answers, and we are uncomfortable with uncertainty. We prefer the familiar, even if it no longer works. People also often grade decisions as pass or fail. If we quit before reaching the finish line, we feel like we failed. Yet, life is not a simple pass-fail test. Progress can be continuous, and context changes. Quitting at the right time can mean much more than stubbornly pushing forward to an arbitrary endpoint that no longer makes sense. Duke suggests practical strategies for improving quitting decisions. One is to set criteria before starting a project. These are signals that tell you when to reassess. Known as kill criteria, these can be measurable goals, external deadlines, or risk thresholds. When conditions meet the criteria you planned in advance, it becomes much easier to walk away because the decision is based on clear rules rather than emotion. Another strategy is to increase flexibility in goal setting. Instead of rigid objectives, we can create adaptable plans that allow for change when new information appears. Anticipating optionality means expecting that paths will change and planning how to respond when they do. Duke also encourages conducting pre-mortems and backcasts. In a pre-mortem, you imagine that a decision failed and work backward to identify what went wrong. In a backcast, you start from a possible future outcome and trace the steps that would lead there. These techniques help reveal potential roadblocks and alternatives before it is too late. Examples from the real world show the value of quitting wisely. Elite athletes climbers on Mount Everest set fixed turnaround times. If conditions do not improve, they quit even when the summit is close. This increases their chance of survival. Business leaders sometimes abandon products or strategies that are not working rather than pouring more resources into them. These choices preserve time, energy, and money for more promising opportunities. Quitting also changes how we approach life. It challenges the cultural narrative that persistence is always virtuous. It encourages curiosity and resilience. When we embrace uncertainty and treat quitting as an informed choice, we become better decision makers. We open ourselves to new paths that we might never have considered if we stayed stuck in old patterns. The central message of Quit is that quitting is not an admission of defeat. It is an essential skill that can lead to smarter decisions, richer experiences, and greater success. Choosing to walk away at the right time often means choosing a better next move.